Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is not a craft beer, unfortunately. It is a beer from one of the Japanese major brewing companies, and it is Kirin. And the beer is one, it's not a new one. I've had it before, I just never didn't do a review of it. Here it's called Kirin Hon Kirin, and it's a pale lager, American style pale lager. And this was actually released in 2018, and it's been on the shelves since then. So apparently it's quite a successful beer. It's not so expensive is one reason, and it is what's called haposhu, or shin genre, sometimes known as third category, and that means it uses sometimes use things like peas or beans as a fermentable instead of barley malt. I'm not sure exactly why they call this a shin genre, because the ingredients are malt, hops, the malt is barley malt from domestic barley malt from Japan, and unmalted barley, corn, and sugar, and barley spirits. So I would call it a haposhu. I'm not sure if I'd call it a shin genre, but perhaps I've got my terms mixed up. On Rate Beer, this one has 20 ratings only over these past 4 years, and the average is not too high, 2.84 out of 5. 17 percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, pretty low, and 94 percentile for its style, pale lager American. There's a lot of them, and they're not generally very highly rated. Untapped 2,128 ratings. The average is almost identical, 2.85. It's a 6%er, and I did have this before, and I'll tell you my rating in a minute. It contains Hersbrucker hops from Germany, and they don't necessarily specify that, but earlier on the website I read it contains Hersbrucker, so that was a long time ago, though maybe they have changed that by now over the last 4 years. When it came out, though, some craft beer drinkers or beer drinkers were saying that this was the first third category beer that really tasted good. We'll see. Let's give it a go, shall we? It's called Kirin Hon Kirin, a pale lager. So I had it 4 years ago, and I don't think I've had it since then. I just never got around to reviewing it. The reason why I'm doing it now is because a new variety of this just came out, so I'm going to do that one next. All right, it is, as almost all Japanese major craft beers, or not craft beers, lagers are perfectly crystal clear. You can see right through it. You can read through this, and about a quarter finger of kind of light, fluffy white foam. Okay, the aroma does have a kind of light vegetal note, maybe slight bit of noble hops. That's about it. Okay, the initial is lightly malty. The spirits, which often kind of destroy a haposhu like this, aren't quite in evidence. A tiny bit of spirits in mid-palate, but it kind of disappears. Light maltiness, very gentle hopping. There's nothing terrible about this, except those spirits do come in. They're more noticeable, and they become the primary flavor characteristic after mid-palate. Unlike a lot of good beers, where it should be, the malt changing character slightly in the final, or the hops, which leaving bitter tracks. And this does neither. The spirits come through. Not terribly. Let's see, I rated this 2.8 out of 5, and that was in March of 2015. I said it had It smelled like sugar, cake frosting, or laundry detergent. Thin fruitiness, some spirits, mild bitterness, a light bit of alcohol punchiness, and I still get that this time too. I don't know if I'd rate this any higher now. I might give it even maybe a notch lower. I'm not sure, but it's drinkable for sure. And very cheap. So you might want to go out and try to buy this if you've never had it before. Just give it a go and see what you think. That's it for today. I'm going to be reviewing their new version of this next. So stay tuned. Bye bye.